Well, good morning and welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You know, I love getting your day started off on the right foot. And during this Christmas season, wow, it's been amazing so far, hasn't it? Yeah. Have you felt the love? Have you been basking in the warmth of that light? There's just something about this time of year. Have you found a way to reach out to somebody in your world and make their day a little bit better? Well, hey, I want to hit you with a Christmas quote. You ready for this? All right. It comes from Helen Steiner Rice. It reminds us of something we forget far too easily this time of year. She said, "Peace on earth will come to stay when we live Christmas every day." Isn't that beautiful? Because peace isn't something we wait to feel. It's something God brings into our lives the moment we make room for Him. And if we're honest, well, this week has been noisy for a lot of us. Schedules, responsibilities, emotions, expectations, stuff going on at school, everything is kind of wrapping up. Even good things can get loud. But peace doesn't wait for life to calm down, does it? No, peace comes when Jesus steps in. And today's word of life reminds us exactly where peace comes from. Glory to God in highest heaven and peace on earth to those with whom God is pleased. So as you step into this brand new Thursday, breathe this in. Peace begins right here, right now, right where you are. And the same Jesus who brought peace into the world at Christmas wants to bring peace into your world today. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what's going on in your life. Text me 256-967-0885. Request a Christmas song. Send me a GIF. I'll send you one back. We'll have some fun. 256-967-0885 or call me. Here's the studio line. 256-505-0885. Now, how about some Toby Mac with The First Noel?
It took me 10 years to finally understand something that could have changed my life sooner if I just listened. Here it is. Most of the anxiety in my life didn't come from what God was asking me to do. It came from me fighting the thing God already told me to do. 10 years to learn that obedience brings peace and disobedience brings pressure. 10 years to learn that delayed obedience feels spiritual, but it's actually just fear dressed up as prayer. 10 years. 10 years to learn that God doesn't bless confusion. He blesses movement. He blesses surrender. He blesses trust. And I don't want you to take 10 years to learn what I'm about to tell you in 10 seconds. Number one, clarity often lives on the other side of courage. Number two, peace lives on the other side of obedience. And three, breakthrough lives on the other side of a decision. One of the scriptures that hits me the hardest right now is Psalm 119:32. It says, "I run in the path of your commands, for you enlarge my understanding." In other words, understanding follows obedience, not the other way around. I spent years praying for clarity, years asking God for the plan, years begging Him to give me the whole blueprint. And God kept saying, if you would just take the step I already showed you, you'd see the next one. It took me a decade to learn that God isn't withholding clarity. He's waiting on courage. And nothing will keep you stuck longer than fear disguised as wisdom. So if you feel anxious, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel stuck, sometimes it's not the situation, it's your hesitation. Sometimes the thing you're calling waiting on God is actually God waiting on you. 10 years. 10 years to learn that the quickest way out of anxiety is to stop wrestling with God and to start walking with Him. So let me save you a decade. If God said it, do it. If He nudged you, move. If He gave you the dream, build it. You don't need the full map. You just need the next step. And when you move, God meets you in motion.
Today we're talking about peace here on the show. That's our theme during this Christmas season. I think it's perfect for today because here we are on a Thursday, not quite the middle of the week, nearing the end, but how chaotic has your life been thus far? Yeah, just this week, right? It's like, okay, we just came off of Thanksgiving break. Now it's back in the grind, right? And you've also got these awards things going on at school. Maybe you got some Christmas parties happening. Maybe there is a production or something you have to go to. Maybe your kid's involved in band and they're doing a Christmas concert. It's just a swirl of stuff, of all kinds of activity. But I want to remind you where you can find peace. Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes peace shows up in really small ways. And I just wanted to remind you. A moment of stillness in the car. A breath you didn't realize you needed. Yeah, like when you had something planned, but you found out that, hey, that thing was canceled, and all of a sudden it's like, I can breathe. Because you were so focused on the schedule, and now you have this moment where you can just relax. How about this? A Bible verse that finds you at just the right time. It's like, God, you knew I needed that right now. And here's one. I want to give it to you. I want to remind you, you're not alone in this season. Maybe you're dealing with some grief right now. Maybe you're dealing with some really hard emotions because, well, maybe that special loved one isn't here to celebrate Christmas with you. And I'm so sorry you're having to deal with that right now. But can I tell you that there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. His name is Jesus. And as he draws near to you, he brings peace. He brings comfort. He brings boldness and courage during this time. And you know what? He brings other people with him. I believe it. He brings people around you to help support you during this time. And right now, I'm one of those people. And I'm glad to be because, hey, you need to know you're not alone this season. Life is moving forward, and you are still here. Now, take some time. Remember the good memories that you had, the good times with that loved one. And then resolve in your heart to make good memories with those around you right now. Okay? I can see a light during this season. And I hope you can see it too. Let me pray for you. Heavenly Father, in Jesus' name, I pray for that one. That one that feels so heavy this time of year. And that one who's dealing with loss and a memory of a loved one who's not here to celebrate the season with them. Father, I ask that you give them peace. You give them comfort, strength, and courage during this time. I ask, Father, that you turn that frown into a smile. That you bring joy that surpasses any kind of happiness, Father, because it's deep, it's lasting, it's found in you. Because that joy is our strength. So, Father, would you please be with them? Help them know that you're with them every step of the way. They are not alone. And, Father, put people around them to help support them during this time. I thank you, Father, for all of us who have someone in our lives who need that support. Father, help us to see it. Help us to step up. Help us to be that support for them. As you empower us to do so, in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen. Now, some Jeremy Camp with "Oh Come All Ye Faithful." Say it with me in 3, 2, 1. Give me the horn. All right, now let's go ahead and let's crank that engine, and then let's, oh goodness, there it is. And let's start that music so I can say, hey everybody, it's time to play the Car Line competition. That's right, your chance to win some gift cards this morning. But how many, Stephen? Well, you see I got 3. Gunnersville Chick-fil-A, Albertville Home Bakery, and the Caring Heart Thrift Store in Arab. So, are you ready to play my game? It's 3 Clue Thursday. Can you guess what I'm talking about? Well, here's the number to put in your phone. Have it ready to go. Don't call me yet, but here it is, 256-505-0885. Okay? So put it in there, 256-505-0885. Now, here we go. Round 1. Remember, you can only win one time a month. And here we go. Clue number 1. I'm often found where people wait, but I'm not a chair, a bench, or a line. Clue number 2. People look at me to see what they need to do next, but I never say a word. And clue number 3, I'm colorful and sometimes blink, like after a power outage. 256-505-0885 is a number to call. What am I talking about? Here you go. The clues one more time. I'm often found where people wait, but I'm not a chair, a bench, or a line. Clue number 2, people look at me to see what they need to do next, but I never say a word. And clue number 3, I'm colorful and sometimes blink, like after a power outage. Yeah. 256-505-0885 is the number to call. If you know what I'm talking about, call me up, let me know. You can win 3 gift cards. I'm waiting on your call right now, but while I wait, I think we need a little Frosty the Snowman. All right, no calls on that last question. The first round of today's Carline competition, 3-Clue Thursday, so it looks like I get to break it down to a 50-50 shot for you. But how can I do that? Well, maybe I can give you a hint or two, because there aren't any multiple choice questions here. So are you ready? All right, here we go. Round 1, clue 1. I'm often found where people wait, but I'm not a chair, a bench, or a line. Though there is a line associated with me. That's your extra, okay? Clue number 2, people look at me to see what they need to do next, but I never say a word. Clue number 3, I'm colorful and sometimes blink, like after a power outage. Clue number 4, sometimes my friends gang up on you and make you stop way too many times. And clue number 5, sometimes I have a special light that blinks to let you go when no one else is coming. What am I? 256-505-0885. There we go. I got my caller. Stay right there on the phone line with me. Joel Modest wanted to hear a little FFH. So how about we play you a Christmas song from FFH? It's One Silent Night. Hello?
This is Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, what's up?
I'm just in the car line.
In the car line. Well, it sounds like a perfect place to play the car line competition. So I was wondering if maybe you know what I'm talking about here. I've got 3 clues. On a 3-Clue Thursday, I'm often found where people wait, but I'm not a chair, a bench, or a line, though there is a line associated with me. Clue number 2, people look at me to see what they need to do next, but I never say a word. Clue number 3, I'm colorful and sometimes blink, like after a power outage. Sometimes my friends gang up on you and make you stop a whole lot.
Like lights?
Like what kind of lights? What kind of lights am I talking about? Colorful.
A stoplight?
Yes! Congratulations to you! You just won 3 gift cards. What do you think about that?
Happy.
I'm happy too. Hey, this is the season to be happy. And now you've got 3 gift cards, 1 to keep, 2 to give away. Can you tell me about 2 very special people who are going to get a gift card from you?
Anna Silly, because she's my best friend.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Jessa.
Jessa
She's
Ruth?
also my best friend.
Oh,
yeah.
Very cool. I know both of those girls, and they are awesome. So you got some really good friends there, Jocelyn. Now tell me, how was your Thanksgiving?
Good.
Good.
Really good.
I'm glad to hear it. And what was your favorite food?
Probably the turkey.
The turkey. You know what? More and more people are saying turkey. And turkey has like this chemical in it that makes you sleepy. So I wonder, did you get sleepy after you ate Thanksgiving?
Not really for me.
Okay, well, good. Maybe it doesn't affect you. Very nice. Okay, so what school do you want to shout out?
Arab Elementary.
Now I'm going to put your homeroom down on the leaderboard, and now you got to get all your classmates in your homeroom, call in, and see if we can get your homeroom at the top of the leaderboard for something special after the end of the month. Sound good?
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much for calling me up, playing my game. I hope you have the best day ever.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That is the first round down in the Carline competition on a 3-Clue Thursday, but we have one more round to go. There's my bell, which means we can move forward. Are you ready for this? Okay. Well, here's the phone number. Get it ready to go. Don't call me yet, but here's the number, 256-505-0885. Do you have it in there? All right, don't hit call yet, but just have it in there, 256-505-0885. Now, get ready to call because I got a question. 3 clues, and here we go. Round 2, clue 1. I'm tall when I'm young, shorter as I age, and if you leave me alone too long, I will disappear completely. Clue number 2. I don't move, but I'm always working, marking time in a way that feels quiet, but steady. And clue number 3. I'm used in celebrations, quiet moments, and sometimes to help you find your way, but I'm not a flashlight. What am I? 256-505-0885. Call me up. Let me know. And while we're waiting, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. 256-505-0885. Call me up. Hey, we're wrapping up the car line competition, the second round on a 3-clue Thursday. It just so happens I got a call. And let me tell you, I am so glad when these calls take twists and turns. I never saw this turn coming, but I'm so glad that it did. And I think you'll be happy about it too. It's a pretty interesting guy right here. Take a listen to how this went down. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Do you like that song?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a good song. Oh, who am I talking to?
Austin Bales.
Austin Bales. Man, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good.
Good. What was your favorite food on the Thanksgiving table?
The dressing.
The dressing. It's good stuff. Delicious. Now, what was your favorite dessert?
I didn't really eat the dessert.
You don't have a sweet tooth?
Nah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I wish I was like you and I didn't have a sweet tooth, but I do. And I like sweet stuff like donuts and cake and pumpkin pie, all that stuff. So, all right. Enough about me. More about you winning this 3-clue Thursday. Are you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Here is my 3 clues just for you. I'm tall when I'm young, shorter as I age, and if you leave me alone too long, I'll disappear completely. Clue number 2. I don't move, but I'm always working, marking time in a way that feels quiet but steady. And clue number 3. I'm used in celebrations, quiet moments, and sometimes to help you find your way, but I am not a flashlight. What am I?
A candle.
Yes, I am a candle. Congratulations to you. 3 gift cards, my friend. What do you think about that?
I'm happy.
I'm happy about it too. All right, so you know how this works. We want you to keep 1, give the other 2 away to 2 very special people. Who are those 2 people and what do they mean to you?
My computer science teacher,
Okay, what's their name?
Dr. Sigler.
All right, now what really stands out about this Dr. Sigler?
He's hilarious.
A funny guy. Okay, I got you.
Very.
We all need a good funny teacher. All right, and who's that second person?
I guess my math teacher,
Oh, wow. We're really giving the love to some teachers today. All right, what's your math teacher's name?
Coach Phillips.
All right, what do we love about that teacher?
He's funny as well.
Oh,
Very
wow.
funny.
Cool. Okay. Do those 2 teachers, they ever buddy up and are they ever funny together?
Not really.
Not really. But they should try it sometime. Yeah, they should. It could be like a tag team comedy duo. Maybe,
Yep.
Hey, that's an idea for your school. They need to have like a talent show, and they need to be involved. They need to do some stand-up comedy. You think that'd be funny?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, what's your talent, though? What can you do very well?
I can hunt.
You can hunt? Okay. What's your latest trophy?
I think it's the 12-foot alligator.
Whoa! What? A 12-foot alligator?
Yes, sir.
Where were you at when this happened?
Wait, actually, it was my axis deer in Florida.
Okay. So an axis deer in Florida, but I think that's awesome. But we need to go back to this alligator. Tell me more about where you were when you got this alligator.
I was in North Mississippi.
North Mississippi. And were you out like in a boat?
Yes, sir. In a boat. We caught it with a fishing rod.
Are you kidding me?
No, sir.
Were you scared?
I was terrified. I was sitting in the bottom of the boat.
Oh, wow. All right, so what happened with it? Did y'all go and process it? Did you let it go? What happened?
Oh, we processed it.
Okay. So did you get some nice alligator boots out of it?
No, sir. The hide was like very expensive to tan.
Oh, I got you. So when you process an alligator like that, what are you looking for?
My dad did it. I didn't really pay attention. Him and some other guy cut it up.
Okay. Did y'all have like some alligator nuggets or anything? Did y'all eat some
Yes.
alligator that day?
Not that day.
But later on?
Yeah, we still have a few. I think there's like 130 pounds worth of meat of gator.
Wow. Does it taste like chicken?
It does, but this one was super tough because of how old it was.
I got you.
They said it's somewhere from around 65 years old.
Goodness. All right. So you got some well-aged alligator. Things just get so interesting here on the Carline competition. I'm glad I asked you that question. Oh, that's so cool. All right. So, Austin, tell me, what school do you want to shout out?
Crossville Middle.
All right. All right. Now you got to get all of your classmates in that homeroom to call in and get your homeroom at the top of the leaderboard for something a little extra special at the end of the month. Think you can work on your classmates for me?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank you so much for being awesome, and thanks for sharing that alligator story. That was awesome, too.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. We've got some really interesting kids around here. Austin, thank you for sharing your story with us. That was wild. Yes, I would have been terrified, too, with a 12-foot alligator. Wow. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's Carline competition. But don't worry, we'll play it again tomorrow, starting at around 6:50. And tomorrow is going to be, what is it? Fridays are, what is it? Okay, so it's Miracle Monday, Trivia Tuesday, Wacky Word Wednesday, 3 Clue Thursday, and then, oh, yeah, that's right, Fast Pass Friday. I'll have 3 questions for 3 gift cards on each round of the Carline competition tomorrow. So if you haven't played yet, tomorrow could be your day. Yeah. Now, let me remind everybody something. Just in case your kid calls in and plays the Carline competition, but they have to go into that schoolhouse before they hear themselves on the radio, well, I put it on the podcast every day. So you can go there this morning at 11 o'clock, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube podcast, and find it. Just type in Lifeline Morning Show podcast right there. And then they can hear what they sounded like on the radio. And that way, too, if you hear something that you think somebody in your life needs to hear, maybe some encouragement, something to give them a little hope, well, then you can share the podcast episode with them that day. So just grab the link and share it with them. It's really that easy. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe and follow. I'd greatly appreciate it. I just got the update yesterday as to how well we did on Spotify over the past year. And let me tell you, I was beyond excited, completely ecstatic. It's amazing. I'll tell you some of those results coming up here on the show, so don't go anywhere. All right? We got some more great music headed your way. How about For King and Country? O come, Emmanuel, with a little help from Need to Breathe right here on your 88.5 JFM, making your day better. Oh, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only hippopotamus will do. No, forget about the hippopotamus. How about the Christmas crocodile? Believe it or not, there's actually a song about that. So stick around and you might just hear it. But first, Burl Ives, a holly jolly Christmas with not any sharp teeth. No sharp teeth, please. So you've got the Chipmunks singing Christmas Don't Be Late. And you've got things sung about all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. Then you got I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Then you got, who is it? Porky Pig singing Blue Christmas. I'm going to have to play that one for you sometime soon as well. But have you ever heard of the Christmas crocodile? Well, this was inspired by Austin Bales calling us up and telling us about his alligator episode. Without further ado, it's the Big Cheese Band with the Christmas crocodile. I'm so sorry that I can't play the music for you here on the podcast, but don't worry, I've put together a Spotify playlist and a separate song list so you can go enjoy the music 2 ways when you're done with today's episode. So go check it out. It's in the description right there on today's episode. All right. Thank you. And hey, thanks so much for being here. You should reach out sometime. Text me. Send me a GIF. 256-967-0885. And if you've never hung out with me live, please do it. 885jfm.com is the website. Click the On Now button and press play. I'm on from 6 to 10, Monday through Friday, Central Standard Time. Okay, back to the show. Well, I see some people listening on the stream, so I'd like to shout them out real quick if that's okay. And if not, well, that's okay. Here we go. I see you hanging out with us down there, a little southwest of Eagle Point, Alabama. Thank you for being here. Also, it looks like we've got Madison, and we've got our listeners in Huntsville right now, too. Gunnersville's here. Arab is in the house. We got, Joel Modest down in Palm Coast, Florida. We got our friends just a little northeast of City Center, Charlotte, North Carolina. And we can't forget our friends across the pond in Fuchenstein and Vogelen, Germany. Guten Tag to you. It blows my mind that people can listen to this radio station and this show all around the world. In fact, I got a little more information as to where people listen from. Stick around, I'll tell you more of the details about that and how you can help it get even bigger. And it's not for some kind of fame or fortune. No, it's all about spreading some hope, helping people have a better day, that kind of thing. So stick around, I'll tell you more of those details coming up. But first, some more great Christmas music. Jeremy Camp with Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Okay, so yesterday I got the Spotify Wrapped information. What that is it kind of tells you how you're doing on Spotify from the beginning of the year to the end. It wraps it up in one big package, and my goodness, I was completely blown away. I still am. It said that this year, the show grew more than I ever expected. Listening time is way up, new listeners tripled, and people all over the world tuned in to Lifeline Morning Show podcast on Spotify. From the US to Ireland to the UK, Brazil, and even the Philippines. Wow. I sat there completely blown away. It's like, this is working. We are reaching people. And here's the part that really gets me. Spotify said the show was among the most shared and most binged in our category. And that doesn't happen because of me. No, that happens because of you. You show up in the mornings. You listen when you're driving or cleaning or trying to get through a tough day. You share episodes with friends who need encouragement. You've made this a real family, a lifeline, not just a broadcast. I just want to say thank you. Not just for listening, but for believing in this little show from Gunnersville, Alabama, that God is using in ways, wow, in ways that you dream of. So if you've listened even once this year, you're part of this story. If you've shared an episode, you're part of this movement. And you know what? If you're encouraged through this show, that's the greatest Wrapped statistic of them all. I mean, seriously. When I get up in the morning, I start getting ready for work. I'm praying. Well, usually while I'm in the shower, I'm praying. I'm asking God to use me, to talk to people here on the radio. Yes, to those who know Him, and then yes, to those who don't know Him yet, especially this time of year. Because we're 24/7 Christmas music, we got a lot of new listeners right now. And so I pray that they find that encouragement, that hope that I get to share here throughout the year. And they're able to spread it too. And I can't wait to see what God does with this in the coming year. I'm honored to walk with you. Thank you for being the Lifeline family and making a big difference across the world. It's a big deal. I just had to share it with you. Hey, thanks for being here. All right, let's get some music going. And I got some more encouragement coming your way. Because, you know, sometimes our plans get wrecked. But sometimes they get wrecked for just the right reason. I'll have a real life story for you about that. That's going to hit you in the feels. So don't go anywhere. Richard Udi said, hey, make it a twofer. Let's do Go Tell It on the Mountain by Zach Williams. Yes, sir, I am glad to oblige. And hey, if you want to hear a song, text me 256-967-0885. Do you like being in a rush? I would venture to say no. Do you like running behind? I would venture to say no. None of us really like being late, do we? Because, hey, we want to be on time. If not on time, then maybe a little bit early at least, right? Yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes things happen. And our schedule, it gets changed a little bit. And you know what? We got to be okay with that. Why? Well, here, Caleb Fowler, a dad, somebody who's processing through what just happened for him. And it's in just the right way. I want you to hear this. So maybe you'll look at your hiccups, your roadblocks, your detours in a different way.
Today I learned a really good lesson. It's like God slapped me in the face with it. This morning I set out to head down to South Arkansas to help one of my daughters move. And I was on time, and I hate being late. Can't stand being late. But I was on time. Plans were going as, going good. I was about 20 minutes away from the house, and before I left, before I usually leave anywhere, I say a quick prayer. God, keep me safe along the journey. And I knew one of my daughters was traveling to go get a U-Haul. I said, Lord, keep them safe. And, usually as I'm heading into work or heading somewhere, I'll throw in a little prayer. God, put me in the path of somebody that may need me. Well, I was heading down the road. I was about 20 miles away from the house today, and I get a text message from my other little girl that lives with me. She said, Daddy, I've made it all the way to West Little Rock, which was about an hour away from the house where she works. I forgot my car keys. She had started her car this morning and took her keys in and got in a hurry to leave, and she left her car keys at the house. Her car started, drove to work. She was stranded. I immediately got frustrated, like anybody else, probably most of us would do. I got frustrated and, well, dang, my plans are busted. I'm going to be late. I got to turn around and go to the house and get the keys and take them about 30, 45 minutes out of my way. And I was fuming there for a little while. And it was like God slapped me in the face, straight up. What if I was redirected to protect me? What if my redirection this morning was actually God's protection? What if the plans that me, the human Caleb, had made was leading me down somewhere that was going to get me hurt? What if me rushing and my little girl that was getting the U-Haul knows I don't like being late? What if her and her fiance and my granddaughter got in a rush to get back and put themselves in danger? What if the path that I had chosen kept me out of the path that God knew somebody needed me today? So as I was fuming, turning around to go get the keys and take them to my little girl, it was like God came down and spoke to me. Why do you pray a prayer and then get mad when I give you an answer? Or why do you pray a prayer and get mad when I change the path that you chose and I put you on my path? Why do you ask me to guide your path and then get mad when I guide your path? And it just kind of resonated in my heart that I was going along today on my terms. And I needed to just surrender and follow God's path. God laid the Bible verse, Proverbs 16:9, on me during all this. Proverbs 16:9 reads, "In their hearts human plan their course, but the Lord establishes their path." And when I read that, it made my day a lot better. Long story short, I went to get those keys. I drove that 45 minutes out of my way. My little girl come running out from her work, all bubbly, high, smiling. She runs up, gives old daddy a hug, and she's holding a donut. And she said, "Daddy, you can't be mad if you're eating a donut." And I laughed, and she knew I'm fat. I like donuts. But I got a little hug from my little girl, and I got a donut. And I stopped along the way to film this video and to thank God for my little girl for getting those keys. I don't know what God's got in store. I don't know what we missed. I don't know who I'm supposed to meet along this way. But I'm sitting here right now, and I thank the Lord that my little girl forgot those keys. So next time your plans change, or next time you get frustrated that something's not going the way you had planned, think back. And maybe that redirection is God's protection. Y'all have a good day.
It's iconic, it's classic, but it's also different at the same time. Ooh, I think I have just what you need to hear right now. Here's Porky. All right, so we took you from your childhood to, let's go like mid to late 90s. Yeah, see if you can guess who's singing this song. When's the last time you heard that? Yeah, that was NSYNC with the Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. So we're going from one boy band to another boy band of sorts. Yeah, you know them as the Beach Boys. It's Little Saint Nick right here on the Lifeline. One of our JFM family members called me up this morning and asked me to pray with him. He needed some peace in his mind. And you know what? We could all use that peace, especially this time of the year. I mean, things are chaotic. It's hectic. The year is wrapping up. You're trying to get everything done, and all this stuff is happening at one time. So, when's the last time you just stopped what you were doing and you just took a deep breath? When's the last time you took a little me time? When's the last time you just kind of edged out a little bit? Or maybe you got a little creative. That's the beautiful thing about living here in the South. We have such a rich tradition here of, well, music. And so with that in mind, I wonder if maybe you've got a piano at your house or a keyboard. You know, lots of times they're abandoned. They're kind of sitting in a corner. They got knickknacks and pictures all over them. But when's the last time you opened the lid to that piano and you just kind of, pecked out a little tune? Maybe a Christmas tune. Maybe it could sound something like Hannah here, who decided to do just that. Take a little time and really feel this season. And she's got a beautiful voice. So here she is, singing a little bit of the Christmas song.
And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
So take some time today. Maybe sing a little Christmas song. Maybe take just a little time to chill out a little bit, to take a deep breath. Okay? There's something about Christmas time that helps us do that and really enjoy the season. And here's Michael Bublé. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Dylan, well, he's known as Dad Chats across the socials. In fact, I found him a while ago over on TikTok, and this guy has some of the coolest stories ever. He talks about his kids, and wow, this story right here, it got me, especially during this Christmas season. I think you need to hear it too. So the question is, how can we spread some holiday cheer? How can we be the hands and feet of Jesus during this Christmas season? Here's some really cool stuff that Dylan has been up to that might just inspire you as well.
Ever wondered what happened to all those Santa letters the kids send? I'd like to tell you about something cool. Every year, thousands of kids send letters to Santa. And a couple years back, the Postal Service started collecting all those, sorting them, figuring out need, and posting all those letters to a portal for vetted volunteers, many of whom you've probably seen videos of on this app, and adopt a kid or a family. But I'm always struck by, you would think that a lot of these kids are submitting letters for, fancy toys or video games. But no, many of them are asking for things like clothes, shoes, beds, so they don't have to sleep on the floor, snow pants, so they don't get made fun of at school, or in the ones that really destroy you, asking for their loved ones to come back. But because I'm a sap, and because I have the emotional fortitude of an extra in Marley and me forced to watch the dog scene at the end over and over again, I thought, hey, this would be kind of cool. Opted a few. One needed a bed, reached out to a company that the charity BCE I'm on the board of works with. Looks like they're gonna give her a bed and a bed set. One kid was a Blippi fan. The most outrageous sentence I've ever said. I actually got Blippi's phone number a couple weeks ago and we started texting on Sunday night. Clayton is awesome, and he was like, yeah, let's do this, and started brainstorming brainstorming all the different things that he can do for this girl, I had a stupid idea. I was like, my law firm is celebrating our 60th anniversary this year. So I sent an email to the firm being like, hey y'all, it's our 60th anniversary. What if we did this thing and adopted 60 kids? Thinking, this is aspirational, probably not gonna happen because people are busy. Sent that email at 3:45 p.m. yesterday. By 5 o'clock p.m., we had every adoption slot, every donation need, and every schedule clearing for pretty much the entire firm to participate. Voluntarily, I might add. And today, we'll begin the process of picking 60 kids. The world that you see on here will often try to drown your hope and tell you that there are no lifeboats. I've said on here before, because my dad always used to say it to me, there is way more good in the world than the loudest voices in the room want you to believe. But you gotta be willing to listen for it. Love y'all, and I'm so excited to show you how this goes over the next 11 days. 60 kids for our 60th anniversary.
How cool is that? 60 kids adopted for their 60th anniversary. All it took was an email. There's just something about this time of year that gets everybody in the holiday spirit, in a very giving mood. And who knows, you might be able to initiate that at your workplace. Maybe you got an idea. You just haven't reached out and told anybody yet. Well, why don't you? Go ahead and tell somebody. You never know what kind of support you might get. It might become a movement. How cool would that be? Wow. Thanks for hanging out with me right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Hey, I wonder, have you heard about Winter Jam 2026? Well, it is coming. It's going to be so good. It's going to be at the Legacy Arena at the BJCC. That's down in Birmingham. It's $15 at the door. No tickets required, but Chris Tomlin's going to be there. Matthew West, Katie Nicole, Disciple, Emerson Day will be there. Hulvey and Zane Black, Jeremy Rosado, let's see, who else? Heath Brothers, Cliff Preston, and this band. This band right here who kind of headlines the whole thing. They are New Song. And they put this Christmas song out a few years ago, back in 1999. It's probably one of the saddest Christmas songs you'll hear, but what a message it packs. I hope you enjoy it. The Christmas Shoe. Well, good morning, and welcome to this day in history. A chance for us to look back on yesteryear, to celebrate some milestones and some achievements, and the movers and shakers who brought us this far. So what happened on this day in history? It was on this day in 1791, the oldest Sunday newspaper in the world was first published. It's Great Britain's The Observer newspaper, and yes, it's still in circulation to this day, available in both print and also digitally. The newspaper was recently sold by the Guardian Media Group to Tortoise Media, with the transition finalized in April of 2025. So a lot of stuff moving in that really old company. 1791, that's a long time ago. It was on this day in 1843 that Manila paper was patented in Massachusetts. Now, you know Manila paper probably from the envelopes. Manila envelopes, yep, they got that kind of a yellow or cream color to them. Or maybe they're buff colored as well. Originally made from Manila hemp fibers. Now, Manila hemp is strong and durable. It's extracted from the leaf stalks of the abaca plant, a close relative to the banana, native to the Philippines, though it's not real hemp. So today, it's more commonly made from wood pulp and other fibers, but it retains that characteristic durability and color. It's used a lot of times in sewing patterns and for items like manila envelopes and filing folders and drawing paper. So that's the Manila story for you. That was 1843. In 1949, Jeff Bridges was born, the American actor known for his laid-back personality and his versatility. Yeah? The dude. Moving on. 1996, the unmanned space vehicle Mars Pathfinder was launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida, in order to explore the surface of Mars. Now, it's no longer active. It was launched in 96, while its mission ended on March 10th, 1998, just about 2 years later. After the last data transmission was received in September, the lander and its rover, Sojourner, far exceeded their expected operational life, but eventually succumbed to the harsh Martian environment. Yeah. Discovering all that there is on the red planet. Don't worry, we still got other stuff up there. I wonder if we'll ever actually go to Mars. I'll have to wait and find out. Also on this day in 1973, Tyra Banks was born. You know her, the American model, television personality. I haven't seen her in a minute. I need to check in and see how things are going for Tyra. But hey, I got one more to get to here. Now, this happened back in 1993. American speed skater Dan Jansen skated the 500-meter race in a world record 35.92 seconds. That's a pretty big deal. But that 93 record, well, it was fine and good until 2019. And that's when Pavel Kuliskinov took it at 33.61 seconds. So we'll have to wait and see in the 2026 Italian Winter Games exactly who might take it next. I wonder if a record will be set. I like going fast. How about you? And in fact, I love skating too. When's the last time you went to a skating rink? Well, hey, can I tell you about something? There's kind of been a revival going on. I call it that. Over in Coleman. It's actually in the Vinemont area. So there's this little skating rink I used to go to when I was a kid called Sports World Skate Center. They have new owners. And those new owners have come in and have revamped the place. They redid the floor. They got new skates. It's a lot of fun. We take our daughter there a lot. So anyway, if you've been looking to relive your childhood or maybe help your kids to enjoy skating and learn how, well, it's Sports World Skate Center over in Coleman. Pretty cool place. That brings us to the end of this day in history. But first, let me say, maybe you have a significant thing that happened on this day. Maybe it's your birthday, or maybe anniversary. Maybe this is the anniversary of the day that you gave your heart to Jesus. That's a big deal. So I celebrate that with you today. Thank you for being here. Now, let me bring the music down, close the book, and remind you of the simple truth. There are many facts and figures written throughout this book, excerpts of people's lives and how they impacted the world and the culture around them. How they indeed made history. And think about it. What if your good history were included in a book like this, so that others could learn about you long after you're gone? How would that make you feel? Humbled? Yeah? Honored? Of course? You know what? I hope that for you. I really do. But can I tell you, even if your history is not written in a book like this, I know where it is being written every single day. It's on the hearts and in the minds of every person you come in contact with and how you make them feel. So with that in mind, I wonder if maybe you could take a challenge with me I like to take every day about this time. It's simply this. Let's resolve to make good history today. Now, it's a simple idea, but hey, it takes a lot to pull it off just right. So I would venture to say later today, an opportunity will come your way in which you'll have a choice to make. You can either choose to react under the pressure in the heat of the moment to a situation and instantly regret every word that comes out of your mouth, or you can choose to calm down a little bit. Take a breath, cool off. As the Bible says, Selah, pause and calmly think of that. And then mix some mercy, some grace, some love into the response that you have in that situation. Yeah, it takes some thought, takes some effort, but it is worth it. One way, it burns bridges. The other way, it builds them. So if you take this challenge with me today, when that opportunity comes your way later today, well, you're going to remember back to this very moment when you took this challenge, and it's going to help you make the right choice. So you ready? Let me ask you one more time. Can you take this challenge with me? Yeah, I knew you could. You're cool that way. Thanks so much for hanging out with me right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Now, Perry Como, home for the holidays. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. Pucker up, Buttercup. Oh, yes. Finally kissing that 40-degree mark. It's taken forever to get here, but here we are in Gunnersville at least, and in Boaz. Now, it's still 39 in Bluentsville and Coleman. It's 38 in Albertville and 37 in Scottsboro. Your word of life today comes to you from Luke chapter 2, verse 14 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. Glory to God in highest heaven, and peace on earth to those with whom God is pleased. I love that. Peace on earth. That's what we need. We need some peace. There's a lot of chaos in this world, but you know what? He is our peace, and he has come, and we celebrate him during this season. That peace. It's worth sharing. So why don't you? We've got that word of life ready for you across our socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and TikTok, and it's always right there at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. Well, I got to let you know about a little something special happening this Sunday. Now, it's going on at Mount Vernon Baptist Church in Albertville. Their puppet ministry is putting on a Christmas program. How cool is that? Now, service starts at 10 o'clock, and it's going to be on during their morning service. That's, again, this Sunday, the 7th, the Christmas Puppets presentation. It's going to be fun. So I told Marla over at Powers Furniture I'd help get the word out about it. So if you got some kids who enjoy some puppets, and maybe this is just right for them. Or maybe you enjoy puppets. I still enjoy puppets myself. So anyway, you can still be a big kid and go watch the puppets. Again, this Mount Vernon Baptist Church in Albertville this Sunday. Service starts at 10 o'clock. All right, more great music headed your way for King and Country, Little Drummer Boy. Well, it's that time of the morning for us to check in with a really good friend of ours. His name is Brian Trent from Hampton, South Carolina, where he pastors the Lighthouse Church. He and his family are all across the socials under this handle, Trent Tribe. That's how you can find them for yourselves. And also, they have their own website, trenttribe.com. And we're in the middle of this study with him right now called This Is Jesus. So what does he have for us today? Now, sometimes you'll hear him refer to pictures. You'll hear him refer to things that you cannot see, but use the imagination of your mind. Paint yourself a picture, and you'll see it too. Take a listen to what he has for us today.
You got to check this out. We just got our Daily Mail, and the first one we come to was this one from Las Vegas. And I thought, oh no, it got ripped a little bit. I hope it's okay. I went to pick it up, and I noticed, oh no, it's ripped up here too. And it's open. Oh, I hope everything is still there. But then I turned my eyes toward the back of it with this rip, and I pulled it back, and look, it's Jesus. He's hanging on. After all it's gone through, he's not left it. He's not forsaken it. He's still right there. We got to talk about this. I'm sure when this started this journey, it was sealed up and looked nice, but it's gone through a lot to get to where it's at. Maybe that sounds like your life. Can I give you a good dose of hope today? See, you and I too started out our life without blemish, but then things happened and it left a scar. Or maybe we opened ourselves up to someone only to be betrayed and have them try to steal our joy. Or somebody came along and backstabbed us and left a wound that's hard to overcome. And you would think with all that we've experienced in our life that this would be the end of us, that there would be no more hope. But as a believer, all these things do is go toward revealing the one that's inside of us. I'm not going to hide my cracks, my scratches, my dents, my issues, because it's in those things that Jesus is revealed. It's in my weaknesses that he is made strong. So flaws and all, I hope all the world that sees in you and me is Jesus. Shine, Jesus, shine. Love you guys.
I love that. Now let me tell you a little bit about what you didn't see. Okay, this is a manila envelope. Hey, how funny is that? We just talked about manila paper a few minutes ago. And on the inside, there are a few, it looks like a couple of cards, but there is this little Jesus figurine. You've seen these, right? And it's taped to a card on the inside of this envelope. And sure enough, the envelope is cut right around Jesus at that bottom left corner. But Jesus was still hanging on. I love how he can take something like that and preach from it. It makes it relevant. It makes it work. And you know what? Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow with Brian right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Tune in about the same time. And in the meantime, if you want to find more of Brian Trent, like I said, you can find him across the socials. I found him on TikTok. His handle, Trent Tribe, all together, TrentTribe. I'd be glad you checked him out. All right, more great music. I've got some more, let's see, some Michael Bublé. Anybody? Yeah? White Christmas? I like his voice. It's kind of funny. It's almost like he replaced Sinatra. He's just got that voice about him, you know? So I kind of felt bad for saying that Michael Bublé kind of just replaced Sinatra, but I did a little research while the song was playing, and I found something. The majority of Michael Bublé's music, his most popular stuff, is actually covers. Covers of American standards, like those songs from Sinatra, and Nat King Cole, and Elvis Presley, and Dean Martin, Ella Fitzgerald, Ray Charles. And it's funny, too, if you ever look him up, you can find an interview he does, I believe it's with Dan Rather, where he's doing these impressions, and he kind of tells you how these different artists would sound and what they do with their voice. And he actually does a great impression of a lot of them. So anyway, a really interesting guy, always seems to be in a good mood. I've been watching him on the socials, watching his family grow. It's been a blast. But yeah, a lot of his stuff is covers. And I think that speaks to the strength of his voice, because you don't hear a lot of people who can sing that style anymore. You know what I mean? So no hate, a lot of love sent his way. So Michael, don't be mad at me, bud, okay? And watch him respond to this. Yeah, if he does, I'll let you know. All right, more great music headed your way. I've got Joy to the World by BB and CeCe Winans right here, right now on the Lifeline. Right now across North Alabama, we got some more places hitting that 40-degree mark, but that's about it. It's been cold, and it's going to be cold. Going to need those sleeves, and you heard Brad. You're going to need that umbrella later today. Now, let's talk a little bit about your word of life. It's good today from Luke 2:14 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. Glory to God in highest heaven, and peace on earth to those with whom God is pleased. That's a good word of life. That's worth sharing with somebody today. So why don't you? We've got it ready for you across our socials and at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. All right. Well, let's take a look at the streaming map one last time. We'll hit a song, and then we'll close out the show. I see you, Columbus, Georgia. Thank you for being here. You too, Charlotte, North Carolina. Our friends down in Jefferson County, Alabama. Oh, it looks like, yep, right there southwest of Eagle Point. And then we've got, we've had Madison on with us today in Huntsville, Albertville, Arab. Thank you. Joel Modest in Palm Coast, Florida, and our friends across the pond in Germany. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Now, one last song before we close it out. It's Cochran and Company with That Spirit of Christmas. Well, the time has come for me to bid you adieu, but before I do, I'd like to share with you an inspiring quote. In fact, some might say it's the most inspiring quote of the day. It's a good one. You ready for it? Okay. Then let's get into it. Today's inspiring quote, because you see, today we're talking all about peace. We need it, don't we? In this time of the year, this season, that's what we celebrate, this peace, this light that has come. Here it is. Peace on earth will come to stay when we live Christmas every day. That's from Helen Steiner Rice. And it's such a great reminder, especially for this time of the year, for this season. Let's let peace reign. Let's bring some peace to some people. Let's be the hands and feet of Jesus. Let's share that love with them today. We've talked a lot this morning about peace. Not the kind that waits for life to calm down, but the kind that steps into your life exactly the way Jesus did at Christmas. So whatever you're stepping into today, maybe a busy schedule, a tough conversation. Yeah, those are tough, like really tough sometimes. A long to-do list, maybe a to-do list that needs its own to-do list. You been there before? Or even just the noise inside your head. Remember this. Peace begins right where you are. Not later, not when everything works out, not when life finally slows down, but right now. And before we go, can I just say, seeing how the show has grown, how this has become more of a family, hearing your stories and watching things happen here that I could have never imagined. It reminds me that the brightest days are still ahead, not just for the show, but for you and for me. And hey, if God can bring peace into a manger, if he can bring hope into a world that wasn't looking for it, wow, if he can show up right on time for people all throughout Scripture, he can show up right on time for you. So walk into the rest of your day with confidence, with calm, with peace, because the same Jesus who stepped into the world at Christmas, well, he's stepping into your world today. Thank you for spending your morning here with me. Remember, today's podcast will be up at 11 o'clock across 5 platforms: Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube. So if you need a little more peace and encouragement, or you want to share some of that, it'll be right there for you at 11 o'clock. Have a blessed Thursday. May the peace of Christ go before you and stay with you all day long. I'll see you back here tomorrow from 6 to 10 for another Lifeline Morning Show.